Hello everyone and welcome to Moneycontrol. We are back with Tech Up, a podcast that deals into personal technology, gadgets, AI and everything in between. Last night, Apple held its awe-dropping event and let me tell you that it was a flurry of new gadgets. 4 new iPhones, 3 new Apple Watch models and a smarter and more powerful AirPods. Apple dropped them all in one go. The star of the show, it wouldn't be wrong to say, was the brand new iPhone Air, which is Apple's thinnest iPhone ever. But there was a lot more to the event. But let's start with the iPhone Air, which, as Apple said, it is the thinnest iPhone ever made. The iPhone Air, which a lot of people were expecting to be called the iPhone 17 Air, but Apple has stuck to the Air legacy and made the iPhone really thin. The iPhone Air stands at just 5.6 millimeters of thickness, which is actually thinner than a pencil. That doesn't mean that the display is smaller, as Apple has pushed a big 6.5-inch ProMotion display which goes up to 120 Hz. Apple hasn't compromised on the processor, as the iPhone Air runs on the A19 Pro chip. In fact, Apple boldly claimed that the iPhone Air brings MacBook Pro levels of power in a phone. There is also a new N1 chip for connectivity which supports Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6 and more. Apple has also included its own in-house C1X modem which promises double the speed of the last year's modem. Now, looking at the iPhone Air, the single camera might be looking rather odd in an era where companies are putting minimum 3 cameras at least. But Apple said that the single lens fusion system can act as an ultra-wide as well as a telephoto lens. Plus, it supports dual capture video and has an all-new center stage selfie camera on the front. Now, here's where all iPhones get interesting when it comes to the price. The iPhone Air is certainly not a cheap device, as it starts around Rs 1,19,900 in India. Now, that's actually more than the iPhone 17 but less than the iPhone 17 Pro. It will be interesting what kind of buyers get attracted to the iPhone Air. It certainly looks like a sleek, slim and a smart looking device, something which Apple has never done with the iPhone when it comes to the thinness of the device. The iPhone Air will be available from September 19 and there are also new accessories which are exclusive only to the iPhone Air, which includes a MagSafe battery pack and a new crossbody strap as well as a bumper case. Moving on to the iPhone 17, which is the standard iPhone, but ultimately it becomes the most popular iPhone. Apple has genuinely given competition a lot of food of thought. Now, you may argue that Apple is late to the iPhone 17 when it comes to the 120 Hz display, but finally it gets the ProMotion. Yes, it's the first time a non-Pro iPhone has a 120 Hz display, and it's actually quite a big deal if you are an iPhone user. There is also the display size also gets bigger and is now stands at 6.3 inches. What's also new is that the iPhone 17's base variant now starts at 256 GB storage. Earlier, this stood at 128 GB. So now the starting variant of the iPhone 17 will have 256 GB, which will please a lot of buyers out. The iPhone 17 gets powered by the A19 chip, which Apple claims has a GPU which is 20% faster than the A18. Apple also claims that the processor is 90% faster than the one seen on the iPhone 14. The iPhone 17 features a dual 48MP camera setup, where the main sensor can also double as a 2x telephoto, while the ultra-wide also doubles up as a macro lens. Like all the other new iPhones, the iPhone 17 selfie camera also supports center stage. The iPhone 17, or rather the vanilla iPhone, is now expensive in India. The iPhone 16 was launched at 79,900, but the iPhone 17 starts at rupees 82,900. It will be available from September 19th. Yes, the Apple has made the vanilla iPhone expensive, but the 256 GB storage is quite a killer point. Now, for moving on to the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, Apple's most powerful and most capable as well as most expensive phones. Apple has given the power users plenty to chew on. For instance, the iPhone 17 Pro has a sleek new aluminum unibody design. Now, Apple has moved back from titanium, which certainly looked more premium, but Apple says that with the ceramic shield 2 on the back as well as the front, this is a more durable iPhone. The Pro phones, as expected, get a Pro chip, which is the A19 Pro chip that now comes with the vapor chamber cooling system. In terms of cameras, yes, these are the best camera phones Apple has made in 2025. There are 348 MP lenses, ultra-wide, main, and a telephoto with 8x zoom. Apple claims that digital zoom can now extend up to 48x. For those who use their iPhone for recording and shooting videos, there is also now ProRes RAW and Genlock support for professionals. Apple claims that when it comes to battery, the iPhone 17 Pro Max packs the largest iPhone battery ever. The Pro models, as expected, aren't cheap at all. The iPhone 17 Pro starts at Rs 1,34,900 for the 256 GB model, whereas the iPhone 17 Pro Max starts at a whopping Rs 1,49,900. These are expensive yet extremely powerful and capable iPhones. The event was not all about the iPhones. There were 3 new watch models which Apple unveiled. There was the Apple Watch Series 11, which is Apple's first 5G watch. Apple's Watch has always been known for providing health and fitness features. This time, users with Watch Series 11 get hypertension notifications. The Watch Series 11 starts at Rs 46,900 and will be available in 2 display sizes, 42 and 46 mm variants. Apple Watch Ultra 3 was also unveiled by Apple, which now features Apple's biggest watch display. It also features an always-on 1 Hz plus now has satellite texting. Apple says that the battery life on the Apple Watch Ultra 3 is by far the biggest and can now last up to 42 hours. Apple has not changed the prices of the Watch Ultra 3 as it starts at Rs 89,900, which is the same as of the Ultra 2. For those who are looking for an entry-level Apple Watch, Apple launched the Apple Watch SE 3, which now comes with the S10 chip, which is an extremely powerful and capable chip. Most of the health features remain the same on Apple Watch SE 3, but you don't get an always-on display. The Apple Watch SE 3 in fact has been made cheaper and now starts at Rs 25,900. It is notable that Apple has updated the entry-level Apple Watch SE after a gap of 3 years. When it was launched in 2022, the starting price was Rs 29,900, which means that it is now Rs 4,000 cheaper. Moving on to the AirPods Pro. Yes, last but not least, the AirPods 3 also made an appearance at the Apple event. Now, on the face of it, they might look pretty much the same, but there are some very cool upgrades which Apple has added. For example, there is an all-new heart rate sensor built into the earbuds which can track your heart rate. The AirPods Pro 3 case also gets IP57 durability rating, which means that it is somewhat waterproof. One of the coolest features in the AirPods 3 this time is live translation. All you need to do is hold both stems on the AirPods 3 and you will hear translated audio in ear while your voice gets translated live. Transcripts show up on your iPhone. All this magic happens on Apple because of Apple Intelligence. Apple has also made active noise cancellation much better on the AirPods Pro. Apple said that these earbuds offer at least 2 times better the noise cancellation than AirPods Pro 2 and 4 times better than the first generation AirPods Pro. There is also improved bass performance with new vents added to the earbuds, and these earbuds now ship with 5 ear tape sizes compared to the 3 which were a part of the AirPods Pro 2. The AirPods Pro 3 are priced at Rs 25,900 and, like all other Apple products, will be available starting September 19. So that's a wrap on the most important and the biggest Apple event of the year. The iPhone Air clearly stole the spotlight, but the iPhone 17 looks like a formidable option for most iPhone buyers out there because of the promotion display and improved cameras. Apple Watch and AirPods have gotten smarter and more health focused. If you're looking for an upgrade, my advice, go for the iPhone 17. The iPhone Air might look very tempting, but it is in a sense a first generation Apple product. Expect Apple to make it better when the second generation of iPhone Air comes. If you're serious about photography, then the iPhone 17 Pro models should be your go-to choice. But the question is, do you think the new iPhones are worth Rs 1.34 lakh? Well, that's up to you and your wallet. That's it for this week's Tech Up. Until next time, stay curious and stay kind.